Everyone, oh my gosh, my cat is screaming at me. I'm getting her dinner right now. I had to sleep in a vacuum, okay? Don't give me the airplane years, you relax. It's the same time every single day, girl. It's nothing new. Hello, everyone. Happy, I almost said Wednesday for a second there. It's freaking Thursday. And man, I just feel like I spent my entire day working with Dementors, like from Harry Potter, dude. I feel drained. It was a great day. Nothing bad happened or anything like that. It was super productive and stuff, but I think maybe just like sleep-wise, and I'm kind of go. Do you hear the kind of abuse that I take? You better know your place, woman. Saucy wench. But man, yeah, I feel tired, man, and like my lower back has been kind of tweaked too. No clue. I don't think it was from lifting or anything. I just like woke up on Sunday morning, and I'm like, ugh. So I don't know, but feeling a little like just kind of physically drained today. But don't worry, still busted out the 50 minutes of cardio plus abs. I watched, or at least started, the newest episode of Daredevil Born Again on while I did it. It's very good so far. That's a good show, honestly. It's cool that they've like really stuck kind of true to the Netflix like series from 2014 and 15, or it might have just been 2015. What's really cool is that whenever they do like flashback scenes to the previous show, or like to scenes or memories that would have taken place during the time frame of the previous show, they'll use the same kind of color grading and stuff, like the super green, kind of grainy, like the saturated kind of look. And it's just a cool visual cue that like, oh, this is a flashback kind of thing. I'm gonna bust out some dishes, make my beef bowl, and then I got back and rear shoulders later tonight. It's gonna be a good one. I did chest and I do shoulders on 2 different days. I split shoulders up across my chest and back days. On my chest days, I'm doing more like side and front kind of stuff. Side and front delt sort of stuff. On back days, I'm doing my traps and rear delts. Main reason why is because those muscles are very complementary to each other. So I've just found that that's kind of what works best for me. And yeah. That's pretty much the plan. I did not film that JoJo's TikTok yesterday like I mentioned, or any TikTok yesterday like I mentioned. My bad. I ended up FaceTiming with my girlfriend for all of the time up until I went to the gym. So it was still an absolute pleasure of an evening. Honestly, I don't really feel like I have a whole lot to talk about today. I feel like I had some ideas, but maybe not. How are you guys doing? I'm in this kind of annoying period of life, and I feel like a lot of people can probably relate to this. I may have touched on it before too, but it feels like I'm in this stage of life where I'm just waiting on stuff. I'm waiting to hear back for a job application. I'm waiting to hear back for an apartment thing. I'm waiting to hear back from a collab thing. I'm waiting to... I don't know. It's really frustrating, and it's a hard period of life to be in. I know my girlfriend can say the same thing, because she's going through her own adult life stuff, and she's kind of in the same boat. It's like, I don't know. It just sucks being in a point of, or like a little intermediary stage of life where stuff is just out of your hands. And I know, like, at the same time, it's like, oh, it's out of your hands, therefore you don't have to worry about it. But it's like, that's not really the personality that I have. If something's out of my hands, I feel like I don't have control over the outcome. And I would like to have control over the outcome, because it directly affects my entire fucking life. I don't know. It's if you guys have any advice to just let stuff, I don't know, go by, I guess, let me know in the comments. I honestly don't really have a whole lot of philosophical advice for this. because it's something that I still really freaking struggle with, man. I'm sick of waiting for shit. It's annoying. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to self-soothe and cope it out. It's out of your hands, so why are you going to worry about it? Again, I'm saying that out loud just so hopefully it resonates with myself. But, I don't know, dude. Deep within my heart and soul, I don't agree with that. I hate waiting for shit. I would say, like, I'm a patient. I'm patient. Like, I can wait in line and stuff. Like, it's not that kind of thing, but it's like... Okay, I'll give you an example of something that I've been doing, which is I've been, like, trying to secure another, like, kind of housing situation and stuff, which could set me up pretty much for the next foreseeable few decades. And I spent like just a whole lot of time, energy, and money doing all kinds of back and forth, staying up late, meeting people, sending emails, making phone calls, digging through documents, calling freaking the IRS, all kinds of just BS. Just to like submit this application, and now I have to go so when I submitted the application, they said it was going to take 10 business days and then I'd have a response back. Today's day 9. I emailed the person and she said, oh yeah, I'm still going through it. I'll have a response for you in a few days. Cool, man. I'll just go fuck myself because I'll just stay here. Because I've got nothing better to do. You know, it's like my whole life, it's not like a whole arc of my personality and life is hinging on this like sole result. It's all good, you know? God, it's frustrating. But whatever. I know I'm not the only one who freaking is in the same boat. I know I have friends who are starting businesses or working jobs and stuff, and it's in the same boat. You're in this stage of life where it's like you've done everything you can, and now you're just waiting for the wheels to turn. You're waiting for the gears to start clicking, waiting for other people to make phone calls, send emails. Dude, it sucks. This isn't even just I don't even have an advice. This is just me ranting. This is a sucky stage of life to be in. Granted, there are plenty of worse things to have to go through and deal with. But man, it's just annoying. I don't like waiting on other people for stuff that affects me, you know? I'd rather be able to take my destiny into my own hand. Speaking of destiny, and totally random tangent, but I've been reading Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. It was written in the 1880s, I think. Pretty sure it was 1886, I want to say. But it's a giant ass book. It's very long, but extremely good and very culturally significant. I would say globally, but especially for the French. Victor Hugo, I want to say, was... I was reading a couple of articles over like the past few weeks, and I'm pretty sure I saw this thing where it was like Victor Hugo was recognized as one of the most important French personas, I guess, since Napoleon II. So that's pretty huge. He was a really significant guy, but this story is really beautiful. And the section that I'm currently reading is all about the Battle of Waterloo, and really the kind of like the true end of Napoleon Bonaparte and stuff. And it's been really interesting because Victor Hugo himself was not a Bonapartist. He was not for Bonaparte. He was a staunch Republican. But he really admired Napoleon as a general and strategist and stuff. So it's kind of interesting getting like the Victor Hugo's ultra dramatic style of the Battle of Waterloo, but he's kind of playing on both sides of it. Mostly kind of glazing the shit out of Napoleon, though, if we're being honest. But he mentions how Napoleon lost the Battle of Waterloo, not because of the other generals, not because of the random crap or the weather, all this stuff that, like the physical stuff that happened, but no. He lost because destiny had decided his time was up. God himself needed to interfere. First of all, how badass is that? That's like Speedwagon glazing the villains in JoJo's Part 1 and 2. I'm going to blow my nose really quick, sorry. But yeah, I don't know. Dude, maybe I don't know the extent of the different things that Napoleon fought for or whatever. But hey, maybe his kind of ideas with destiny and all this stuff, and him thinking, having the belief that, or I guess just personality. I'm just rambling now. I'm just trying to liken something that, like, I don't like waiting for other people to control my life. I hate it. I freaking hate it. So send advice. I don't know. Maybe I'm just Napoleon Bonaparte. Also, interesting fact, a lot of like memes, well, they're not like memes, but like jokes in movies and all that kind of stuff, they always mention how Napoleon was like short. He's like this little shorty, and it was always, like this little guy. But he was 5'7" or 5'8", which, I mean, yeah, is like kind of short king era, but like that's not that short. And especially for back then, that was like average height, if not on the slightly taller side. So I don't know, it feels like that kind of joke maybe came from some salty I don't know, maybe Germans or Prussians or I don't know, all the people who fought Napoleon in the 1800s. In Battle of Waterloo was June 18th, 1815. So back then. But it's trippy, like, just reading, because Victor Hugo, the way that he writes, I think part of why I like it is that it's not like completely omnipresent, where he's just, where it's sort of like a third, like it's like there's a camera kind of hovering around everything. The story, like, it has beats that are kind of like that, but for the most part, it's sort of like you're reading Victor Hugo's manuscript, I guess, in a way. And he, like, tangents off in this kind of Battle of Waterloo history section about how he himself actually went to where, like, the battlegrounds, and, like, went and dug for artifacts himself and did all this kind of stuff. And it's just worked in with the book, like, in the middle of the story. I think it's very cool. It's not like it just helps bridge the real world to kind of this, even though it's like historical fiction, it feels like so fantastical, and it really wasn't that long ago, 200 years ago, people were freaking, gosh, dude, it was like IRL berserk back in the day, bro. The way they were describing the Battle of Waterloo, people just dying, horses just crushing people. People would be like buried alive because they, thought there were so many dead bodies, they were just throwing them like in mass graves, and people would just like still be alive and they'd wake up, but too late, dude. Crazy, crazy stuff, but it's a very interesting book. If you're not like a super avid reader yet, I would say get an abridged version. But seriously, you should read Les Miserables. It's really, really, really good. It's heartbreaking, and it's inspiring. It's got a little bit of everything in there. It's very, very good. I think something, like I also read 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne in earlier 2025, or like mid 2025 or so. He's another French author. And 20,000 Leagues was really good, but he kind of, like, Jules Verne was kind of like hyper scientific. And I don't know if it was just like a sign of the age. Like, it was like, oh, all of this, like, sea exploration is the new thing. Now I'm going to get hyper sciencey on all this stuff because it's all the rage right now. Like, that could have been the scenario, but 20,000 Leagues goes a little bit too far in depth to like the physical, like, things around and stuff. I don't need to go that deep. amazing book, but like I don't need to know the scientific Latin names of every single fish Captain Nemo sees. It's cool. It's fine. You can just tell me it was a shimmery turquoise serpent-like eel. You don't have to say it was a Asepsis quintilii with 2 fangs that poach. Like you, it's good, dude. It's fine. But you know what? It's still a good read. That's a good read too. But just 2 very different styles, and they're both kind of from the same period. So I guess that was my point of saying that. I'm gonna finish up these dishes though. Honestly, I think that's it for today's video. It was just a chill day. Talk about some books. Talk about freaking working with Dementors. Even I love my coworkers. I don't think any of them are Dementors. Just my own metaphysical Dementors. And the suck of having to wait on other things in your life. I get it. If you guys are going through that stage too. Let me know what helps you out, not getting your head for this kind of stuff, dude. It sucks. I hate feeling like my destiny is in the control of somebody else's hands. So, I don't know. I'll think on it and let you guys know in tomorrow's video if I have any epiphanies or remedies or... You said it best, Ophelia. I'll see you guys tomorrow.